Welcome to another episode of The Adventures of Danny and Mike, wherein the fellas discuss Danny's underarms, mascotting, and Mike's barbecue challenge. All that and special guest comedian Josh Lay. Now play the music, Sparty. How's your pits today, Dan?
Oh man, they're not
How are the
good.
pits?
Pits
Wait,
are never good.
are they moist?
I don't ever use antiperspirant or deodorant for that matter.
Really?
I haven't
No.
used deodorant in
That's weird.
I haven't
You
used
get- yeah.
deodorant since I was like 23 or 24 years old.
So 2
Wait, are you-
years.
And I swear to
You're
God,
being.
I'm
This is a bit.
it's not a bit. This is 100%.
Is this a bit?
He went
This
on.
is 100% for real.
He went on tour
And
with
guess what?
Ozzy.
No,
and
no,
never again.
No, and how long have you known me, Josh? And you've never thought I had a stinky problem.
Well, I've never, like,
but now,
got in
now
there.
you're gonna think about it.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna be.
dude, if you're afraid that because I've never used deodorant,
Wait, you
before,
seriously don't? Use
but
I don't
deodorant?
use it.
You
I
know,
don't
I've
use it.
noticed
I
that-
used to use it. I don't use it.
I've
anymore.
noticed that
Wait, are you-
Josh,
no
though, is
joke.
I know I do not use deodorant or antiperspirant.
he's pretty much a
Zero.
fist bump guy and not a chest bump guy. And I remember when you guys first met, you were guys like, we're always about chest bumps.
Yeah, you're
so you've really evolved now to just fist bumps.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like distance daps. It's like,
Ooh, yeah, it's like.
yeah. And so you're not even touching really.
Well,
Mhm.
So you might want to think about it. And you know what?
I don't want
Yeah.
it.
You know
I
what's
don't-
great?
I don't want it,
I've
and
noticed that
I don't
Danny
want it,
never
and I-
complains about not getting a seat on the train.
I don't.
He's always like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I got a seat on the train, and actually, no one actually came into my
You know what?
swinging envelope.
You know what? Here's the deal. Here, you Josh all you
Josh
want,
and me.
but Josh is the one
That's
right
actually-
here.
We're
that
gonna
phrase.
we're gonna
You
jo-
hate
we're
that?
gonna be
You hate that?
joshing for a
I
full
hate it.
60 minutes
We
today.
will be joshing for a full 60 minutes, but because he is so dumbfounded that I don't wear that shit, I
Why?
feel like because it's not good for you, man.
No, but I wear the Toms, which I guess is kind of like wearing nothing.
I mean,
What do you wear?
Like the
What do you
sneaker-
wear?
like
Mike?
the sneakers?
No, the the
I
toothpaste.
just
wear the
don't think it's
Allbirds.
good. I don't think it's good to
Dude,
wipe shit over
wear the
your lymph
Allbirds?
nodes, bro.
What's that?
I don't
I know.
think
You
it's
don't
good to be
repeat it 'cause of-
wiping anything.
Not worth it.
I wear Allbirds antiperspirant pads underneath my arms. They're just wool sponges.
pads?
Yeah,
they're
that's
just wool.
okay.
They're
Pit
just
pads.
wool sponges
That's
that
okay.
you change. I actually have 7 of them, so I just change them once a week.
Have you?
and,
Did you all ever do it in middle school? Get the old what is it from the bathroom?
the Xerox machine, the
and you
toilet
put
paper
it,
tube?
Yeah, and you'd like put it under your armpits so that you didn't sweat on your. Cause
Just-
you're
Wait,
there.
just
you put
Danny.
the actual toilet paper,
The cardboard.
roll?
Or
the
just
cardboard
like
roll.
the
like
card,
a wad.
No.
Yeah, like
Like
the
a
wad.
wad.
Yeah.
No, no wads.
I've used paper towels before.
Dan's
for
like,
sure.
I've used paper towels, vellum,
I only said one thing, Mike. You can't.
mimeograph.
If I had said one more, then you could go into that joke.
Yeah.
But I just said one. I've used paper towels,
toilet paper,
and I've wiped my armpits with my own, shirts before.
take home
probably.
assignments,
Every single test I failed, I stuck in my armpit.
papers I
feel
got an
like
F on.
I feel like I'm looking at you through the like. I feel like I can only.
Yeah, we're in a. It's
I don't know
it's
how
a
to-
little.
For the listener,
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
legacy.
if you can, can you?
Ooh,
No, don't
can-
slouch like that. But
no, it's like you guys are.
Yeah, no, I
it's
feel
like
like
you guys are working in the
that's so
construction
much.
yards
That
of
is
Singapore.
so much better.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah,
You know, it's
This feels
so
good.
good.
I'm
I
not
wanna,
longing for you anymore.
This feels good.
Let's go revisit that. Before we do that, welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike. To my right, Mr. Danny Tamborelli,
Hi there.
and to his right, Mr. Michael C. Morona.
I'm just here for the fun.
That's right. And our guest for the entire hour, you know him, you love him, Mr. Josh Lay. How are you,
I'm
Josh?
doing good. You guys know
Welcome.
me. You love me.
I know
I'm
you.
old
I love you.
Greg. That
I
right?
don't-
That was kind of the.
Greg, that was
Yeah.
you. No,
I'm really coming out the gates hot
we
with
found-
with an old Greg reference from.
Mighty Boosh.
We
Yes.
did it.
It's the best- it's one of the
we
best
did
sketches of all
we
time.
did a convention with the Mighty Boosh.
We
Oh,
met a
yeah.
couple of people from Mighty Boosh. They're really nice.
Were they super nice?
Yes,
You know
they
what
were.
though? Do you?
Good photographers.
I'm a huge
photographers,
fan of that sketch. But once I started looking at the other sketches, I was like, oh, that the bar was set way too high.
Somebody. Somebody.
Shots fired.
Not shut. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
right?
Hey, it
Am I
happens.
alone here? Do you all agree? I mean,
Somebody came to
I
that
didn't watch a lot
con
of it.
dressed as old Greg.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it was perfect.
I've seen
They
them.
really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they look like old Greg?
They did look like old Greg. It was.
All right, guys. Well, that's
it
been
was
the
a late-
podcast.
That's it. Now with video.
It was a lady, and they were hanging out all night. if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's got a mangina. That's the.
Is that what
That's
that
the
meant?
bit. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah.
Not having been there. You sound
Yeah.
you sound Southern. I was. Are you from the South, Josh?
I am from the South.
We were in Pensacola, and this was the furthest south I had been for a comic book convention.
Yeah.
Right?
You guys hate the South, right?
No.
No.
I had Whataburger.
Oh, yeah, that's not-
Whataburger.
I had
That's like
Whataburger.
Where did Whataburger start? I don't think that's South. That's
Texas?
I don't know. Wisconsin.
I think it's Texas. I think
What?
you're right because everything's on Texas toast.
Yeah, and
First
Texas,
fact check
Texas
the
is-
episode.
One of
I
the
feel like-
first checks against them when we went to that place, and I like dipped and went to a Jimmy John's.
Yeah,
That's also called Tamborelli's Folly.
Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
Is that the- is that-
Tamborelli's Folly.
Mhm.
It's very funny.
Anyway, you were saying you're
Yeah,
being from the South.
yeah. Being from the South. Yeah, that's it. I love it, but it's a love hate. It's a love hate.
How long have you been out of the South now?
13 years.
Hmm.
Some people say, I guess, that I don't have a Southern accent, but I think it's very clear. What do you guys?
It's very
Right?
clear.
It's very clear, right? Some
It's
people say,
very
I'm,
clear.
you know what I get from
Are you
like,
Canadian?
some people? I get Australia. People are like, oh, are you from Australia?
Oh my!
And I'm like,
Really?
yeah.
From
I
a
get it all the
Southern
time.
accent?
I think
I get
it's
it
the
all the time.
beard for the listener. Josh is sporting like a beard so
Yeah.
Australian. The only way it could be more Australian is if you put a fried egg on it and charge $1.99 more.
Oh yeah. Wait, do Australians have
Wow,
beards?
is that like an Outback thing? They charge you $3 for an egg? To
No,
put on
actually,
their
I just
steak?
heard Five Leaves over by me has a really good burger, and then you can put a fried egg on the burger, and that's
Mm. $1.
that's
It's $2.
That's supposed to be Australian. No,
$2.
probably for $20.
Yeah, because I was like, $2 actually to put an
pretty
egg
good
on. It's
deal.
like a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good deal, boys.
$2 is just to watch
Wholesale
the
on that
chicken.
egg, man.
$2 just to watch the chicken.
Oh yeah.
Whataburger founded Corpus Christi, Texas.
Thank you.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah,
Well done.
first fact check of the day.
Yeah.
Speaking of Texas, I don't think we've gotten your input on when you guys did the Pete and Pete thing in Austin.
Austin
Oh,
escapades.
geez.
Yeah.
Man,
This is like the Rashomon of Austin.
that was such a fun time.
So fun.
I was very impressed with the amount that Danny could drink, and then get up and do anything.
Yeah.
anything. Let alone
That's our Dan.
panel full. It was a full shoot day, right, Mike? It was.
Yeah, it's almost like
very,
it was,
very.
it was
full,
like- I think
very
Mike- I had-
full shoot
it's almost
day.
like it's almost like you're making like I was Vegeta doing all these like cool moves and raising up my power level, and then Dan was just like, I'm wearing weighted clothing and took all this weighted clothing off all of a sudden. Like I've been working hungover all day. My comedy is much better.
No, I think Mike. Actually, I was.
We had a good time.
we
had
had
a
to
really
dip
good.
out.
We had
I'm
a really
sorry,
good
because
time.
man.
I feel like even when you gracefully bowed out,
Oh Lord.
we were. It's not like the party hadn't started. I mean, we were already getting in there when you left, which I thought was very professional.
I was
Seeing as how
surrounded by
there's a lot of careers weighing on this.
surrounded by food
money.
trucks, I knew
Yeah.
it was just time to go lie down.
But it was the best time. It was so fun.
Okay, good night. We'll see you later. Bye. Meet you in the lobby in 10.
Yeah, we pulled that move. How many? I think
I think every night we
Yeah,
were there because you were doing more than your title.
Yeah, it was. Kind of got.
How many
thrown.
titles did you have, do you think?
Well, I only had one title.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
normally. Yeah.
Let me-
had one
One-
title.
we
Let me
usually
put it
got
this-
one thing.
I
in
think- let me put it
corporate
this way.
America, Jeremy.
I
that's
think
what
you
happens.
should tell them if
Let me-
I
let me put
bought
it this way.
food,
Josh
I'm
had
the
to
craft
bring
service guy.
Josh
Yep.
had to bring a separate suitcase for all the hats he was wearing
Oh,
on
yeah.
this
There was-
production. He separate suitcase
Yeah.
for so many
That's
hats.
always a great one. That's a great visual. You can always visualize the box of different hats.
Different
that you
hats
And then
actually have.
opening the suitcase.
Bowler hat,
Right.
Yeah.
cowboy hat,
Yeah.
No, but one's
Cubs
a
hat.
director, one's a
Ooh.
producer.
Bears hat.
You know what? I'll just wear the sweatshirt.
The Cubs
and
hat
the
is the Cubs hat is fine.
Yeah, for
Stop.
the listener,
Yeah.
Josh rolled in today with two different Chicago sports teams
Yeah.
on his body.
Yep.
Do you agree with that, or do you think that's too much?
Yeah, why
I think it's
Chicago?
too much.
Tennessee.
Vote now
yeah.
by pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. So my dad grew up in Chicago. So growing up in Tennessee, WGN was the only thing on TV. So you either watch the Cubs or you didn't watch.
You
Right.
listen to Harry Carey?
Oh yeah, come on, he's the best. I actually met my dad and I went to a little Cubs game and met Chip Carey and what was the other guy's name? The other announcer with Harry,
Vince Scully?
Steve something. Steve, no,
Asshole.
What?
They're contemporary.
not-
They're contemporaries,
Yes.
not both in Chicago. Not both in Chicago. I'm sorry.
Anywho, well, you met him too.
Yeah,
I bet
and-
he was cool.
Yeah, he's cool. I don't know. That's not
Jerry
really a great
Springer?
story, except that my dad got the surf and turf, and he's like, "Man, I'm gonna get this surf and turf," and it ended up being $86.
Whoa.
And I was like, he's like, "Man, I ain't giving it away," and I was like, "Nope," and I'm paying for it. So,
I hope you ate it
cheers,
all.
Dad. Yeah,
You ate it all? Good. Yeah. Excellent.
yeah, it was great. So Harry Carey's $86 surf and turf.
Your
Harry
dad voice has got a hardcore drawl. Is your
Yeah, oh, yeah,
pop's
he's-
got a pretty
yeah, my-
thick.
Yeah, he's. I don't know how to talk in real life because I think growing up around
Those
my
are your
dad,
examples.
Like I just like I always say, what do I say wrong all the time? I say we should have went, and my wife's always like, you should have gone. We should have gone, and I was like, well, we should have went over there.
Are you passing this on to your kids as well?
I don't know. Hopefully, my kids won't go to Tennessee public schools,
Oh, Lord.
so they'll hopefully get some sort of education.
You think
unlike
about
myself.
Brooklyn public schools instead, or
I don't know. How are Brooklyn public schools?
I'm told they're good. I mean, I went to
Because where you're where are you from?
I start in Brooklyn. I started at a public school and then went to a public school in Queens. They both were functional. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? 10 fingers, 10 toes.
Yeah.
Look at him
that's what's normal.
now.
That's
Yeah,
what's
look-
normal about us. That's what's normal about
yeah.
it.
As long as all the kids have all their extremities, then
I-
it's like A+.
I just worked outside my old high school on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, and it looked like the same guy who the Delicioso Coco Helado guy. It looked like the same guy was working the same block as, and I was taken back in time. Surely, as if you heard the Sega
Oh, come on.
song when you turned
Sega.
on when you turned
was-
on your
yeah.
I feel like that was a little high, right? It's like
Who is flat? Who is flat?
Sega.
that's way too
Let's take
low.
it. Jeremy, take it from the top. Let's do the reggae. Jeremy, let's do the reggae reggae one. Sega, Sega.
Oh, that's
Sega.
I see.
Boy, that was.
But
Sega.
I was taken back in time, and I
Yeah.
swear that it's the same Delicioso Coco Helado man selling.
Delicioso.
Because wait, did
Scraping
you, 'cause
the
did
same
you all,
ices.
when you all were doing Pete and Pete? Did they like?
we still went
you
to
s-
regular school.
Yeah, they didn't have like.
I still
the-
failed. I still failed regular public school classes. Yes,
Right,
I did too.
you did too. So you
Jeremy
didn't have like
did
a
too, but he
teacher
didn't.
on.
He didn't have the excuse
on
of being
set
in
or
the
anything.
show.
No, we had tutored on set. Yeah.
Yeah,
It just was
what was that?
useless.
Was that? I mean,
They tried.
right? Because it's
Mama
like, what are
tried.
they?
Mama tried.
You're a couple kids on set
Being-
getting whatever you
being
want. They're like,
tutored-
but now homework, boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you have
Take
to-
this
you have to
fistful
get
of
20
of
minutes.
Twizzlers and then
Yeah.
go study.
They
Yeah,
give
come
you
on.
like blocks. If you don't get 20 minutes, at least you can't log it.
It didn't count.
So sometimes you'd go in there for like 15 minutes and like, all right, we're
get
up,
back here.
ready
Yeah,
in.
we got to shoot
Like,
another
fuck.
scene, and you just be like, it'd be like
It'd be like, I just did
bulimia
work,
of learning.
man. I
you would
still
just
got
have
to
to
do
purge.
another
you'd have to-
15 minutes again.
you'd have
20
to-
minutes.
You'd have to purge all that knowledge that you just learned the last 15 minutes because it didn't count.
So you,
Right.
but you would seriously, if it was 15 minutes, it was like, hey guys, we got to pick
Yeah.
up the
Yeah.
shot.
But-
They'd be like,
but
oh,
first-
so close.
Sometimes they
first to the
pull.
vomitorium.
They usually try to pull for that extra 5 minutes so they get the 20 because it's only in their best interest. Because if we don't get 3 hours a day,
Right.
I think
It's-
somebody get. I think what
if
was
we
it?
don't get 3 hours a day,
Geraldine
they get,
Laybourne got arrested,
you know,
right? That was what
scolded
happened.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody went to jail.
Yeah, Jerry Laybourne, right?
We
Wow.
were forced.
No big deal though.
That's. See,
I
I mean,
mean,
you didn't. I bet
I didn't have a problem
No one
with it.
learns anything, right? In
No,
public,
you
like-
learn. Well,
they told
I mean,
they told my teachers to fail me senior year, and 80% of them complied, but 20% didn't.
Nice.
I had a good guidance counselor that because there are state laws about how many days kids could physically miss school.
Oh yeah.
This was
Right,
passed
that's
back.
like-
yeah.
This was
I mean,
passed
it was
back in the
appeal-
cholera epic days. You know what I mean? When kids could,
No, but I mean, it was like a state thing. Like you couldn't complete
right.
8th grade if you didn't at least go to school
150
100
out
and
of
something days.
out of
Yeah.
180.
Right.
So was that? I mean, did you all run against that? Where it was like,
yeah, a lot of it was like each because public schools, like they
Right.
had there's a place in New York called PCS, which is Professional Children's School. So they're like able to like they
Imagine
take like kids who are actors and they're like, oh, cool, just a bunch of entertaining kids. Like let's put them all together in a school and they can they'll handle everything. So then it's not like a thing. It's like a private school, and also they're making money.
Imagine
off of it.
the end of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, where he's like, "Mr. Spicoli, by my calculations, you've taken up 8 hours of my class time. Now I'm going to get it all back."
mm,
And just imagine.
And that's that.
Imagine Danny, like,
yeah.
totally high,
Mhm.
making up for all his New Jersey required state time.
That's Is there a movie?
Hey,
like that?
I had
feel
more.
like
I
that's
had
like a-
more Saturday detentions when I graduated high school than I did have Saturdays available.
Not something you want to
Yeah.
brag about.
That's
is it?
fine
Yeah.
with me. I don't care. And a lot of that
Yeah.
has to do with the fact that I was tutored and I get done with all my work. When I be done with all my work, like,
Humble brag.
you know, no.
Sounds like
yeah,
a-
that was a.
It's not a humble brag.
Was it even humble?
Think about it.
Yeah.
No, just
Don't-
think about it. When
don't
you have
pull a
one-on-one
muscle.
okay. When you have one-on-one tutoring,
Mhm.
you learn faster than 1 in 25 or
Like-
1 in 30.
Like when Goku and Gohan would go train in the hyperbolic
He
time
does
chamber
this all the time.
Mm.
to get
Fucking Dragon
to get
Ball
strong
Z.
to
I don't
battle
get it.
Cell.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
I used to watch Dragon Ball
I'm
Z.
saying every day is a year in the hyperbolic time chamber.
God, it's
Do you
just-
still watch?
It's the worst.
Not in a long time.
Is it like? Is it
Not a long
are they-
time. It's
are-
just up here.
Is there new episodes coming out?
I don't know.
Does anyone care?
Don't
Who
know.
fucking
I
cares?
think they have enough.
There's
yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
We're good.
Movies still come out.
there's-
Movies come out.
Yeah,
No.
you-
Wait,
yeah.
there's Dragon Ball Z movies.
Yeah, movies have come out lately.
Dude, at every
Is there a real
at
life?
every convention that we go to, we see like
Battle
you know
of the
people
Gods.
selling like
There's
everything
new video
Dragon
games.
Ball Z.
Mm.
You could fill up this entire room with like
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Z
yeah.
zines and videos and
Zines.
VHSs.
Now there's a.
Mm.
That's the underworld, the zine world.
Back in my punk rock days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys, do you
used
have a
to love
zine?
zines.
Why
Do you guys
just-
have a zine?
You wouldn't see Jeremy without a few like staple wounds from making his own zines.
His own
He's all
zine?
yeah.
Oh, he used
Jeremy
Staples.
would.
Some people don't even. Some people just like fold it in there. You know, they like.
I was lucky enough to get a little underground zine action. In the 90s, surely as
course you did.
When you would turn on a video game from your Genesis, it would say
Were you wearing your knee-high Doc Martens?
Sega. Oh, it
Mhm.
didn't work again. I was wearing my 20-hole blue
Yeah.
Doc Martens.
He had Doc Martens.
They were
that
not
went up to
practical.
his knee.
They were not
very
They're not practical.
impractical.
How do you-
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about white supremacists taking all the Doc Martin love?
They should die.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I feel like that's their look now. There's been a whole thing going around
What?
about how to spot
What do you mean?
white supremacists.
Wait.
What are you on like a parent?
No.
Are
Is
you
that
on like
true?
a parent?
Yeah, it's
This
true.
is not
Are
true.
you on
Do
like a
have
parent Slack group or
Pixar
something?
didn't
What are you
happen.
worried about getting?
They have tattoos on their arm. Danny.
Danny's in there.
No.
No, I think
They
they
have
should
an
all.
old-timey haircut with some pomade in it.
Yeah.
Well, the joke's on
And rebel flags everywhere.
the joke's on them because
Also that.
people of every color, race, creed, and
Yes.
color wear the shoes.
I
But
think it was a
It sucks because
combo.
they're made in China now, as opposed to
That's
when
true.
they were made before.
The ones I'm wearing right now currently are OG.
For the Patreon
OG
subscriber, you
England.
can
Oh, wow.
see
You can
those.
see.
For,
huh?
for the listener, we are now
those comfortable?
calling 911 to get
Yeah.
Danny. To,
My leg,
yeah,
guys.
It was- what at what cost?
Yeah. Yeah.
They have to be comfortable.
Right? Are they though?
I played
I love-
I
do
played
you
like it?
basketball on mine.
No.
Yeah,
Come
on
on.
the Upper East Side of Manhattan, where I was the other day.
Do you keep
So what do you
saying
keep
snide?
saying snide of? I mean, like I get.
I keep. I just. I
the
thought
first time-
The first time I was like, maybe it was,
Josh and I looked
we
at
looked-
each other
yeah.
and like kind of grimaced, like idiot,
Mhm.
and then you just did it again.
Yeah.
I go through phases.
Yeah.
Like
But yeah. It's very casual the way you. The way you say
sprinkle
it.
it in there.
Yeah. It's just. It's very.
The way
It seems very
you
natural.
Make me feel.
You must have definite ideas about barbecue.
The way you turn
know, it's
me
funny,
on.
I-
You really
I do.
turn me on.
You knock me off of
Mhm.
my feet.
Oh, my feet.
The lonely days I got.
The days are gone.
No, that's it. That's
Right.
it.
That's where
You
they're like.
have to end with that.
You took it too far.
All right.
But
Well,
you,
guys, thanks
but
for
you
having
clearly
me.
have strong beliefs about
Yeah.
barbecue.
I actually prefer. I used to always like tomato. It's got to be tomato based.
For sure.
But then after having Lexington barbecue in North Carolina, which is vinegar based, I was like, you
I'm
know
a
what?
vinegar-based man.
Yeah,
for
I think
barbecue.
you don't feel as it's
Carolina
not as
barbecue
heavy.
is so good.
And dry rub to me is just like sprinkling sand on something
What if
and
you-
being forced to eat it.
What if tomatoes and vinegar got together somewhere in the mountains of
That's got to exit.
Kentucky?
Although,
right?
It made baby
at what
tomato.
point is it just gonna be too runny? I don't know.
Yeah.
You just
I'm
have to
not a-
cook it longer so it kind of syrupies up.
You think
a
so?
little.
It'll syrupy it up.
Am I crazy?
All right. Well, I guess that's a next adventure. We're gonna sign. We're gonna sign Morona up for a
Unfortunately-
barbecue contest in
Yes.
North Carolina.
That's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that
Let's
is-
do it,
Strip to the waist and
Jeremy.
sporting
I'm gonna,
an enormous fake accent.
Jeremy,
like
I'm gonna
Morona.
pull.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull Morona.
Wearing Doc Martens.
Write it
'cause
down.
You know.
20-hole Doc Martens from
Yep.
high school.
Write it down, Jeremy.
Yeah.
We've,
Jeremy, did you
we've
get that?
I got it.
We've been trying to get some some more adventures together. Our adventures have been pretty much Interstate 95 based at this point.
95 you can take forever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So we're not ruling out Cape Canaveral.
You gave us an adventure. I mean, that's we did a whole thing on our Austin trip.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which we used. Yeah.
Yeah,
So thanks.
we already used it. So don't talk too much.
But
more
I
about
wanted
it,
to
'cause we
get
don't
your
wanna
angle from it since
regurgitate.
we haven't.
Don't
heard
blow it.
Well, what did you can you share what you
I can
talked about so
remember-
I can either say like
You mean
that
you
was,
didn't listen to the
remember?
podcast?
Do you
Time of their
remember what
lives.
Mike did the last day?
oh yeah, I'll never forget it.
So let's do
I
that.
It's seared into his
you
memory.
know that was that was about as bold as they come. It's one thing if you're like with your boys and you're like, hey, watch this.
It's another thing if
Hey,
you're on
man,
a
watch
business
Hey man,
trip.
watch this.
Hey, man,
What's it?
watch it.
Redneck's last words. Hey man, watch this.
That's right.
But yeah, you can I say? I mean, is it a
Yeah.
spoiler at this point? Or-
No, it's all out.
You know, I couldn't believe. Oh, it was all out. Yeah, you.
Mike just keeps looking from side to side.
Yeah, you. I believe how it went was you're wearing no bottoms or undies or trunks in underneath your towel. And then you stood over my face while I was laying out in the sun, and I saw your nuts.
No, you did.
Yeah,
Is that
saw
true?
those little Irish nuts just like hanging. I'm assuming you're Irish.
Here in Ireland,
I'm assuming you're Irish.
from the looks of your genitals. I'm
Yeah,
assuming
from the
you're
assuming,
Irish.
looking at those little nuts swinging around.
Here in,
guys-
here in
you guys-
Ireland, we just call them nuts. But
Yeah,
you can go ahead.
Do you guys remember The Graduate? I feel like that's in my head. That's how it went. Where
That's
there's a
how it
little
was
light
framed.
shining through his balls
That's how it
as
was
they wave in
Yeah,
the wind,
and it was
Josh-
just a
Josh's
Irish
face.
flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
That is very sweet.
yeah, it was just like an Irish lullaby, just clanking together.
So Dan,
but yeah, I couldn't. I
Dan had a
covering
hand
it
on my
up.
towel, was
but he was
threatening to
in the-
rip it
yeah,
away.
Yeah, but and then you got in the pool with the
his
towel.
underwear.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
With
was
boxers.
wearing,
That's right,
yeah,
the
he
boxers
was wearing
on.
boxers,
Oh,
but
that's
they
right, that's
were
right.
boxers that didn't have a
I guess I
button.
was so scarred by seeing
was
a man's
no button.
testicles forced in my face that
Yeah.
I forgot the boxers in the pool.
You just
but also
had no
you were-
button, man. It was like the flap could have
Yeah, oh, yeah.
exposed at any time.
And also, we can agree the clientele there. I mean, it was like.
yes,
I mean, we
was-
none of us had any business
No.
being around those people.
there was that couple that was practicing
They were
their
doing
like
pool
their, like,
acrobatics.
acrobat
yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was that bachelor party with their
Bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Bachelorette
yeah,
party
oh, that
and
was
the
it. The
bachelor
bachelorette
party.
party saw your nuts for real.
Yes, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, I mean, it was
If you
his
were
gift to them.
if you were traumatized by my obviously Irish nuts in a Texas pool, call 1-800.
And let me know who your optometrist is because damn, you've got good vision.
yeah, but also the thing that's crazy. It's like it's not important that those other people saw your nuts. It's
That you guys knew.
the publicist was
Yeah,
there.
the publicist was there.
was seeing your nuts. I was
talent-
seeing your
the
nuts.
talent coordinator was there.
None of you guys
Like
saw
the
them. None of you-
industry.
None of you saw
The
them.
industry there that was seeing your
The
nuts.
whole industry has seen my nuts if they watch Slackers. Actually, that was a penis puppeteer.
What's that?
I had a stunt cock for the
You
movie.
had a stunt cock?
For the movie, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
don't think Josh ever saw it.
We've talked about the
Oh, so we don't need to get into
Josh
stunt
never
cock.
saw Slackers, dude.
He-
Sorry.
He was 10 years old at the time. You leave him alone.
Yeah,
I don't think
my
so.
parent-
You're
we're
you're
same, right?
34?
35.
5. I'm 36. Oh, yeah. Where are you?
I'm 37. I'm not old.
Oh.
Guys, I'm 42.
yikes.
Get out, all
out.
of you.
Jeremy, why are you crying?
I don't know. You know what I did want to actually really want to talk to you about, and I want to get into the specifics of this, is the
How you could tell that Mike was Irish exactly? That
no,
No, we figured that out. The testicles. Tiny.
Yeah.
No, the mascot thing. You were the official
Oh,
mascot
God.
Oh,
of
yeah.
the Tennessee Volunteers. Is
Yeah,
that
this
correct?
is awesome.
Here we go.
This is cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
now, Josh, I'm going to ask you to turn it on.
Okay. You can't see me right now because
Yes, they
mascots
can.
never.
Yes, they can.
Oh, yeah, can.
Okay, so wait.
Yeah.
Do you need a...
Oh, nice for the listener.
Oh, he's like
Yeah,
he's
explain that
summoning
for the listeners.
He's
Okay.
summoning Hulk Hogan. For
So
the
if you
listener.
if you listen to that dead silence, well, that's because mascots.
And if you,
know,
want to
rule
see
what.
it, go to our Patreon account
Mm,
and spend
Patreon.com/Danny
$5
and Mike with
and
the
you
ad
can
spelled out.
see
okay.
this video.
Yeah, and
but
this
if you
is-
just want to hear it, I'll keep interrupting.
Yeah,
Josh.
but if pictures.
So
were,
anyway,
and
just
anyway,
kidding.
oh boy. So yeah, I was a mask. You know what? I'm getting
It's-
out of here. This
no,
is-
no, no.
I'm being
I'm sorry.
no. I know
I'm
when I'm being
sorry.
made fun of.
I'm
Listen,
sorry.
you bring me
I'm
into
sorry.
here.
I'm sorry.
You show me your nuts. You,
I'm sorry.
you,
Feed me seltzer.
you feed me seltzer. Listen, yeah, I was a college mascot for the University of Tennessee. competed in a national mascot competition. It's
Home
a
of
real
the
thing.
Vols.
That's a lot of people don't know that, especially in the North. It's like, Penn State, Syracuse.
I could name them all.
Yeah, but no one cares about college
Nittany
football
Lions,
here.
Orange.
Nobody really cares.
No one cares.
No.
I can. Just give me one.
But
The Demon Deacons
Oh yeah,
of
Wake
Forest.
Yeah.
did you get to run out on the field every game?
Yeah, come on.
Oh,
100,
dude.
102,000
That is a
102,000 people running out
incredible
on the
perk.
field. I mean, it was wild.
Take us-
It was so loud you couldn't
What was the process of obtaining this this
to
position?
become.
Yeah.
I had to audition.
Tell us about
So
that.
I had 2 weeks left in high school. So I played football, basketball, baseball, ran track. I was in all the school musicals. So I was like, hey, I can combine these two. And I knew I could get
I can combine these 5 passions
Right.
into.
Yes, exactly. And I wasn't very good at any of them, right? I was like good enough. In high school, right? It's like,
But the sum is greater.
Thank you.
Thank you. Like Voltron.
yeah. I mean, I was Danny Zuko in Greece. No big deal.
No bigs.
So I just want to throw that out there. My mom still says I was the best Danny Zuko she's ever seen, better than John Travolta, and she cries every time she watches Grease on TV. I'm like, Mom, he was significantly better, but she doesn't believe me. So anyway, so I knew I wasn't going to get an academic scholarship because I went to Tennessee public school. So I was like, hey, you know what I can do? I can audition to be the mascot and get a full scholarship.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that true?
It's true.
That's great.
Yeah. So I auditioned and I made it.
Wow.
And you have to like create a sketch. You have to, you do an interview process. You do improv. They give you like, props that you have to like do. They're like arcade. They're like Smokey.
And did you know all that going into it?
Yeah, so
did
I-
you like have an idea. Of
All of a
what it
sudden,
was?
you're from the Great Smoky Mountains. What is Smoky? What is Smoky?
sorry, I just threw that like it was common knowledge. Although
All of us-
Smokey is one of the best mascots in the country. Anyway,
the bear.
no, it's Smokey. It's not like the Smoky Mountains though, which is really right
Yeah,
there for
Because
the
I was
taking.
confused.
I know.
you
So Smokey is a blue tick hound dog, and so I was the animated version of blue tick hound dog. So
You were-
Tennessee Volunteers, the reason they're called Volunteers because they have a mascot, Davy Crockett, who led the
we
Tennessee, Battle of the Alamo, go Vols. Then we, what else? Oh yeah, so we had to have an animal mascot. So they brought all these dogs down on the field in like the 50s. This blue tick hound dog started barking. The guy who owned him said his name was Smokey.
All
So there it
the
is.
other dogs ran away, and
Yeah, there was like a bulldog. They didn't bark, whatever.
Weak.
Smokey's, yeah,
Get 'em out.
They're weak.
Harvard's got that one already. Give me
Smokey. Smoke. It was actually old Smokey. Then they took off.
Yeah,
the
I
old
was going to say, how long Smokey been dead?
Well,
at this point?
cloning.
Well, they
by
so it's
cloning, we've been
yeah.
able to keep the same
yeah.
Smokey.
They're actually there's a breeder, so it's the same.
The whole
it's the
lineage,
same,
the whole
yeah.
lineage
Yeah,
of
we're on-
Smokey?
We're on
Lineage.
Smokey. I think 9
So-
or 10.
Wow.
9 or 10.
Are they?
Yeah.
I hope they're. It's how much inbreeding is happening at this point.
I mean, it's Tennessee, so you never know.
Yeah.
No,
It's
it's
a 3-to-1
Can't
ratio.
walk. Can't walk
Who-
properly.
yeah,
Mhm. No, it's like
your
it's a-
first girlfriend was your cousin. Is that true?
Yep. It sure was.
We just lost Tennessee. Thank you,
Oh,
Dan.
come on.
No, I'm just
there's-
kidding.
he's-
That's it. Look, it's all those jokes come. They're
Yeah.
I
get those too from Ohio. I'm just glad
Oh,
that
yeah,
you're
it's just-
getting them now and not me. So
yeah. So
thanks,
this is
man.
great. Hey,
Appreciate it.
anytime, man.
You should be
anytime.
on the pod every week.
Yeah. So I was a college mascot, competed in national mascot competition, got second place. One point I was the second best mascot in the country.
Wow.
Do you go to Worldies after that?
Go to what?
Are there
Worldies?
Worldies?
Man,
Are
if
there world mascot competition? 'Cause
there
you
aren't
know-
Worldies
I know
that I'm
there
aware of.
are.
Dude, the
Worldies.
Japanese have ill mascots.
Yeah, but they
have you seen Freaky Fish from the Chiba Marines?
No.
It's like a big foam fish, and then
Is that like not like the Katy Perry the
not
two
like
sharks?
not like the left shark. No,
yeah,
it's like a big like fish, and then the mascot is wearing a skeleton bodysuit, and he just jumps out the mouth of the
No,
fish and
get outta here.
ejects himself. Yes,
But see, at that point,
It's
is
too
that
much.
Jeremy,
to me?
can I-
That's
too
not really a
much.
Jeremy,
mascot.
can I have a fact check? Please?
Yeah,
That's
what-
too
That
much.
doesn't seem
What
like a
am I fact
mascot to me.
checking?
That doesn't seem like a mascot to me.
CHIBA
Mm-mm.
mascot.
It's entertainment. It's
Yeah.
not a mascot.
Oh man,
Yeah.
It's the same
no,
way.
This is an incredible
it's the
mascot,
same way
and you
that
guys
the
will.
God.
It's a gimmick, I think.
What?
You know? Which is
What was
also,
yours was energy. Yours
No, but
was
his was real.
enthusiasm.
And
But
it
it's
was
also
like,
yeah, and
yeah.
because like also like do they sell merchandise of these? Like, do you squeeze the thing and a
Oh
little
yeah,
skeleton pops
I
out?
bet.
Jeremy, see if there's any merchandise.
Save me, Jeremy, please.
Tell me what to search for because I've lost it already.
Chiba, CHIBA,
This is great podcast.
Marines,
Yeah, that happens here.
MARINES, mascot.
Okay.
Mhm. So yeah, so
it's a weird fish.
Do you have any weird, like, stories about having to be Smokey out in like a mall with like kids
or at
and,
graduation?
Because as a mascot, I'm sure you had
Yeah.
to like do those things.
Oh yeah, we had to do 7 to 8 appearances a year. I mean, sorry, a year. That's not a lot. Not a lot. No, 7 to 8 appearances a week.
In addition to going to school,
there was in addition
You're
to school,
We had a full scholarship.
Full scholarship,
So I understand.
right.
Yeah, they can make you dance.
Oh wow.
Here's the.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
I'm not
for the listener.
kidding.
There's a fish that the mascot's
But it's
coming
I
out.
was right.
Yeah, but I
it's the
mean-
best mascot.
It just seems more of like a gimmick.
it's a
thing,
gimmick
You know,
thing.
it's not.
But you have to see him dance in the field and eject himself from the
I know.
fish.
But I mean, like, what's the? I'm thinking
What's
about the
the
day
end
to day
game,
when
man?
when he's at
What's
the
the end game?
What's
I'm
his
saying
end game?
when they're-
The seas will rise and swallow all the land, and then the fish will rule. I don't know what
Yeah.
you're thinking, man, but position yourself for the future by now.
Kevin Costner, Waterworld.
Word.
Paper. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Didn't watch
What's that?
Never saw it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
it's
did
fine.
see it.
That's the
It takes place on
It's
water.
water. Yeah,
Yep.
it takes place. in
that's
water.
it. There you go. Movie done.
I don't like sales.
Yep. Okay.
Pull your tail. What'd they do?
Oh yeah,
Like,
kids.
They
So,
must have
so yeah, so
abused-
kids. So kids love to they forget that there's a person inside there. So what I used to do, because they like pull your tail.
Hey, kids, there's a person inside
no,
Smokey.
you don't talk. What you do, you grab their wrist and you just put a ton of pressure so that they know that there's someone
yeah.
much stronger than them inside the suit.
Wow. I love
So,
the.
So
Yep.
being a Tennessee volunteer
aggressiveness.
mascot includes Aikido
Yep.
or some
So
other
you just-
types
you
of
just- and you
training.
can
behind their neck and push
Yep.
a
Yeah.
pressure
Yep.
point and they
Yep.
fall down.
Pass
Yeah.
out.
So yeah, so you're kind of they're like, oh, and you can just see the fear kind of swell up in them because they instantly realize, oh,
Oh,
this
there's-
furry
yeah.
thing is very strong.
So you couldn't
Go Vols.
Go
But you
balls.
know-
In conclusion, go Vols.
Yep. I was also
And how many
mascot for
times did
New
you get
Jersey
arrested?
Devils.
Oh, is that true?
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, New Jersey Devils NHL hockey
So
team.
how,
Is that how you-
were you Smokey all 4 years, or
Yep,
were you?
all 4 years.
So did anybody challenge you?
Yeah,
for
so I had to
Smokey?
audition every year.
I'm saying you have to hold the
Yeah,
crown.
yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
hold the crown.
Yep.
And then they didn't say at one point, like in December, it's like you're looking kind of fat.
I mean,
we
there's
need you to
there's no
lose
way
weight.
when I would mascot, I would lose.
You would sweat all
yeah,
the
I'd
time.
lose so much
Oh,
weight.
God.
I could eat anything I wanted.
But I'm saying, do they know that and then encourage you to like cut weight at the last second like a fighter?
Oh, like a they do weigh-ins.
Yeah.
Like a fighter.
Like a
They
fighter.
always- there's always one like.
Here's my boy
almost
Smokey.
Yeah.
There's almost.
And- I got a fighter for you.
He's the Rocky man.
Smokey.
Yeah.
what you gotta do is you gotta get Josh to go to the crystal down the
We
street.
need
Just
speed.
keep eating those
Oh, yeah.
crystal
Greasy.
Oh yeah, we used to eat
fast
crystals now. Whew, get a
Crystals.
sack full of those bad boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're coasting.
What are you talking about?
Crystals is like it's
the
like
Southern
a
White
Southern
Castle.
White Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're significant because
it's
White
better.
Castle does ketchup, right?
It's better. Yeah.
See, Crystals only has mustard.
It's like I'm in a different place.
Shout
All right.
out to White Castle, who now has the Impossible Burger, veggie burger.
Shout out to White
Oh,
Castle,
nice.
which I thought would make a great
Hey, guys,
Zillow filter. If you're just looking for an apartment, you should just be able to put a White Castle filter on your
Shout out to
apartment
all
search.
the Brooklyn White Castles that no longer exist.
that aren't there no more and are now high-rise apartment buildings.
Oh yeah. Is there any more that you?
There's probably one out
No,
of
there's
Atlantic.
some in
right?
Queens.
Is there one in
That's-
Atlantic? No, that
Long
one's
Island
gone
City
too.
has
right?
them.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying they're just out of Brooklyn now.
This is like
Yeah.
Giuliani kicked out all the porn shops, and they all
Then De
they all
Blasio
ended
kicked
up,
out all the White Castles.
They all ended up in Sunset Park. Everything is in one block that nobody knows about.
Right by the bowling alley with the guy in the tuxedo. Who I don't know if you, have you been to that Sunset Lanes or whatever? It's
Oh
in-
no, people. It's like the old.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a guy at the bar who wears a tuxedo most of the time. And he's kind of, I guess Tom went in there, buddy. Tom went, and the guy was a real asshole to him.
Wait,
Which-
really?
Was
Yeah,
Tom,
I guess
was
that's-
Tom wearing a
Was Tom getting a
tuxedo
little
too?
drunk? No, Tom was probably wearing sandals and was immediately like,
Yeah.
I'm in a
Hey,
tux
Jesus.
serving you
Yeah.
beer and you're wearing sandals. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out.
Hey Jesus, go take a hike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, hold on. I want to go back.
Okay.
We're
Veering.
We're very much veering away from the fact that
Now
Josh
you
said that
now
he
you
was
lost 50 pounds
Jesus,
of weight
hold on,
as the
hold
New
on,
Jersey
hold on.
Devils mascot.
Nope.
You
no,
said you
it was-
lost 50 pounds of water weight.
Yep.
Hey
all-
Mike,
Yep.
I just want to hear these fucking stories, man.
These are
Just
great
stop cutting them
stories,
off.
Yeah, I
I'm
have a
gonna
lot. I
stop
have a
cutting
lot
them
of.
off.
I'm trying to think of any good. Like, yeah, mascotting in Miami was a hot one. We used to get per diem. Like, you get like $150 for food, and as a college kid, you're just like, hell yeah, we're gonna. not eat and just keep the money. And so we'd also bet each other. You know, it's like, hey, if you do this, I'll give you. You know, one of the cheerleaders was like, hey, if you can wear the fur. So there was Smokey had a couple outfits, right? You had the fur.
Please do tell.
Yeah. So you had the kind of classic Smokey look is a long fur. It's, you know, you put on the hands and the feet, but then you zip up the fur and then you put like a football jersey over it. So that's kind of like
you wear a head.
Yeah.
There's a dog head.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's fiberglass. There's no fan inside. The suit weighs about 25 pounds. It's I think it's like 30, 40 degrees hotter inside.
It all comes back to Dragon Ball Z.
Yep. Oh boy.
Take it easy.
I'm trying.
I can see it. It's swelling up. Yeah. And so that was super hot. But we also had a tux that you could like put on, and then the tail goes out the back. So you wear a clip-on tail. Is what I'm trying to say. So
you're just wearing normal clothes essentially with a clip-on tail and the feet.
Right, feet, hands, and head. Right, and then you just put so really you can wear whatever you want,
right?
As long as there's a hole for the tail.
One time a cheerleader bet me.
Oh yeah, so one time a cheerleader said we were in Miami. It was a home game.
Okay.
Miami was afternoon, so it was like a 12 o'clock kickoff. I mean, it was just sizzling. She was like, if you can run because I ran the team out every game. She's like, if you can run the team out and mascot the first quarter all in the fur, I'll give you all my per diem. And I was like, so I mean, you know, that's $150 on top of the $150 that I get. Come on, this is good time money. So I was like, I got this. I ran the team out and I just started hyperventilating. It was so hot. I immediately ran into the locker room. The trainer had to give me electrolytes that she gives the team to make sure, because I started cramping up. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. And I lost 5 pounds that game.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when does the sex happen?
Well, let me just tell you about.
Oh yeah, they're around.
So what did you eat?
All the time.
What did you eat now that you lost your per diem?
The action.
You lost your per diem.
Yeah, just electrolytes. That's all.
That was all you ate.
Yeah,
huh?
just
Well,
Pure
sodium,
electrolytes.
potassium.
Yep, just potassium. Yeah, there was no sex, guys. You know,
surprising.
There's
not
but there's a
surprising.
cutout
There's
in
a
the
whole-
suit
think about,
in the front.
think about
there's a whole fetish for that
Think about
now.
your most.
He was ahead of the game.
Yeah, think about now. People would get handsy with you. Like certain people, you could tell like they were into it. So
Is
you would
that
go,
real?
when
Is
yeah,
that
you
for
go
real?
out and yeah, you go
And
out
you
in
would
the
put
stands. People get a
very
little handsy.
strong pressure on their
Put-
wrist.
exactly, which turned them on. They were like, "Ooh, someone is stronger than me." In here. Yeah, I was like, "No." Sorry, that peaks. I know.
No, you're peaking.
Yeah,
you didn't peak.
Yeah, I
Keep
was
going.
Like, oh,
baby.
yeah, baby. Yeah, that backfired. Yeah, they were like, "Ooh, I want someone to dominate." So, but yeah, it's like, you know, when you go to the gym, right? You're on the treadmill. The last thing, it's not like, "Ooh, here comes Jeremy, red faced and sweaty as hell." You know, like let's go fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It's oh my god, that guy looks sick. Get out of
yeah,
there.
it's like is he smells.
So it was
Oh,
more,
we got to go ride a bus back
so
with
it
him
was
for
more like
2 hours.
Now I
more like a-
understand why you were so intense about the deodorant and antiperspirant.
Yeah.
Huge.
Oh, so at that time, what was a lifesaver? Axe body spray. You better believe it was a mascot's best friend.
Wow.
I just like crank up that what was like gold some like weird name.
Stupid. name.
gold latex. What was
something-
that?
Yeah, gold latex.
Gross.
That's the insider
gold
information I
latex.
Yeah,
wanted.
Scent.
but I used to just just bathe in that stuff.
Do you remember?
It might have affected your brain because this was a developing time.
Yeah, that's
College.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Probably no worse than weed or something. Yeah, they say.
Yeah, he's
college
right.
kids shouldn't
No, he's
smoke
probably
weed.
right.
Yeah.
You know, short molecules.
You know, my mascot experience is Beverly Hills Cop. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So they're at Disneyland or whatever, and so there's a whole underground of
Oh, yeah. Which I think
mascots.
I just for the record, I think Disney mascots are just bullshit because
go.
they don't really. What do? They're out there in like 40-minute intervals or something.
Bursts, exactly.
Yeah,
And
but
then
it's
they, like,
also hot. What are you doing?
Yeah, but they don't
you're
do.
running, yeah, you're
I'm
running
running-
around.
I'm a-
you're shooting.
Yeah, I'm like going
the
around the stand. I'm like doing
t-shirt
sketch
guns.
Yeah, come
you're
on,
doing
give
all
me
that
a
Did
break.
you have t-shirt guns?
You have
Yep.
to pack them
Yep.
with powder, with
T-shirt
black powder
guns.
and,
Did
and
you
cotton
have? Did you
wadding.
get a
and-
chance to use the t-shirt gun?
There's
before
actually
you
a whole-
actually used it. Or
There's
was
actually
like,
a whole
you get to
site.
test
It's
it?
called I think it's GameOps or something.com. But there's just all of like all those things that
They
you're
have,
like,
they have thermal
I wonder
scopes.
if you can buy that.
yeah,
you can buy that.
They have
yes.
thermal
Yep.
scopes. They
Thermal
have
imaging.
Yeah, they have what do you call it? Night vision
Yeah,
scopes.
night vision scopes
for night games.
Mhm.
Can you
They-
get four-wheelers?
Yeah. Actually, I used to, my first day as the Devil for the New Jersey Devils, they were like, you're from Tennessee, right? You know how to ride a 4-wheeler. I was like, Psh, yeah. They're like,
Oh, shit.
I'd never rode one in my entire life. So they're like, great, we're going to ride a 4-wheeler on the ice tonight.
What?
And shoot out T-shirts. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be great.
Donuts?
So all day I'm like trying to like get a feel for this 4-wheeler. I was like, okay, I do know how to drive a clutch. Similar, give a little clutch, little gas. I got this. Kept killing it. So I was like, great, now I got to get in suit and do this. Keep in mind, first day
As a devil.
as the devil. It's opening night.
Did you beat a bunch of Jersey guys out to do this? Was it like a shame because you're from Tennessee?
Funny story. So the guy that beat me in nationals was Sparty from Michigan State.
Sparty.
Fucking Sparty.
He went on to be the New Jersey Devil.
After you?
No, before me. Then he quit to become a lawyer.
Couldn't take
He went
it.
to law school.
Couldn't take it, Sparty.
He's now a lawyer.
He kept the mohawk though.
Yep. There was an opening for the Devils gig. So I knew the guy who's a Nashville Predators mascot. He was a former Smoky. He contacted the guy there who used to be a Carolina Hurricanes mascot, who was
This
now
is like a whole bunch of mascot dudes sitting there being like,
yeah.
drinking their scotch.
Oh, yeah.
Being like, oh, remember
They were
the
like,
days?
they were like,
They have those like hand scratchy things, just getting their hands ready.
Exercising their hands.
Squishy balls. Call back to it. Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, yeah. So somebody screamed outside. You can edit that out. Anyway,
Once again,
Are you
someone
picking that up? Doesn't
screaming.
matter.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Who
doesn't
cares?
matter. So anyway, the guy calls and he says, "Hey, I have a guy in New York. He used to be a mascot. He's a good one. You guys are looking like you should give him an interview." So I sent my mascot reel, my mascot resume. I had both. And I interviewed.
So like a diorama was.
Yep.
was your-
Yep.
Something
That's what
from
you get. It was
Rushmore.
like, here's a VHS and a diorama of everything that I could do with sweet little cutouts and your fucking signs
Pull
and
on the
shit.
pull on the strings
pull
to
on
see
it,
the
yep.
see the dances I did.
It was like, it's those, what was the pop-up books?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what it was. And you pull this and then like, there's a t-shirt that flies out of the gun.
It worked. Your submission was accepted.
And I had 3 interviews. I had to do like,
Did they pay you for the second callback?
I interviewed, they did not pay me for the second callback.
We got to organize mascots.
Yeah,
we got to
yeah.
organize the mascots. It's time for SAG.
Yep. I interviewed with Lou Lamoriello, who was
That's crazy.
which I had. Keep in mind, I had no idea what hockey was, who this man was.
Yeah, what is a Lamoriello?
But the way people cowered in front of him, I knew he was important.
Yeah, man.
And he goes, so you want to be the mascot? I don't know. What voice? I don't even know what.
Let's go with that.
Just
Go with it.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to be the mascot? What do you? He's like, what do you do? And I was like, I could ice skate. He goes, you know how to ice skate? I was like, yeah, I know how to ice skate. I was like, I'm not doing triple axles or anything. Keep in mind, I only used to ice skate when I worked at a daycare and when I take the kids ice skating. So I was like, yeah, I'm no Olympic skater, but I know how to do this.
I have trailed 15
I train
3-year-olds.
kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right. And he's like, what are you doing in the city? I was like, I do the comedy stuff. He's like, oh, you stand up? I was like, no, I do more, like sketches and improv. He goes, I see you a sit down. And I was like, yep. And he goes, all right. He goes, well, you can start next week. And that was about as long as the conversation went. Wow. And then I only realized
you ever
later that
see
he
him
was
again?
like, he used to make me wear a suit to the
Did
office.
Spotty say anything about me? Did Spotty say anything about how he left?
Yeah.
He made you wear a suit.
Yeah. I always had, because I had, as part of being the mascot, I was
You travel with the team, right?
I was a game entertainment assistant on top of being the mascot. So I had to come into the office.
I hope that was
every day.
bonus
Right,
pay.
you had to go to the office every day, so
No, it
you're
was-
commuting to Newark every day.
Every day. No, it wasn't Newark.
Oh,
It was
that's right.
East
yeah,
Rutherford.
Yeah, duh.
Oh, Lord.
Right.
right.
But I was living in Harlem, commuting to East Rutherford every day.
Express bus?
Uh,
New
Yeah.
Jersey Transit?
no, there was 2 stops. Yeah, it was 2 stops in the. Anyway, so my first day I had to ride a 4-wheeler out on the ice.
Wow.
And I'm back. I'm in the tunnel, and the team's getting ready to the whole team's behind me. I'm in the tunnel. I'm looking at the ramp, thinking in full devil costume. I've only killed this thing all day long. Keep in mind, I've never drove a 4-wheeler, and I've never been on the ice with a 4-wheeler. So I was like, all right, okay, I can do this. And I'm like, then the lights are, go down. They're getting ready for the game. The lights are go, yeah, yes, yeah,
Jersey
yeah.
Devil!
Yeah. he said this, and I quote because the announcer goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, the devil that never ceases to amaze you, NJ Devil." And like, I was like, here we go. Gave it some clutch, gave it some gas, and killed it. So now I'm just sitting.
They stalled out.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there, not moving, while there's like nothing happening on the ice. Lights are like going across the ice. The whole team behind me is just like looking at me like, come on, man, we got a game to play. And I'm panicking. I'm like trying to give it clutch, give it gas. And I finally give it way too much. Now I just fly. I'm like flying. Yeah, I'm Evil Knievel right off. Yeah, I'm like, I hit the ramp. And right I'm in the air, I was like, here we go. And I hit the ice and like I'm giving it so much gas. Now the wheels are just spinning out. And so now I'm just literally, I'm going nowhere, but the wheels are just kicking up ice everywhere. And I have a t-shirt cannon.
The ice
I'm destroying the ice. The ice is destroyed. And so then I just start sliding across the ice because I can only control it with the,
Then my t-shirt gun overheats.
Yeah. So now I'm chucking t-shirts with one hand, trying to steer the four-wheeler with
Clutch,
the other.
brake, and gas.
Yep. And
oh my God.
and now I just hit the side of the wall and I just creep along the side of the rink and like people are just banging on the glass like, yeah, like fucking devil.
We want spectacle.
Yeah, and they all think it's part of the show, which is the beauty of the mascot, right? Anything you do, if you just
That's part of the show.
If you just be like, chucking t-shirts and getting hype, people are just like, this is all planned.
So Smokey was Smokey. Were you like devilly or
So it's funny.
old devil?
They couldn't. Here's a fun fact. I wanted to change the name. It was just NJ Devil, and I was like, come on. I was like, what if we do like a fan
con? Initials,
Yeah.
NJ Devil. Like NJ Burkett, our
Right.
local
See?
sportscast newsman.
Well, I don't know who that is, but
He's on one of the channels.
It's okay.
Okay.
He's not a Cubs affiliate, so don't
Yeah,
worry about
gotcha.
it.
He's not on WGN. He don't know about it.
Yep. I'm sorry. You WGN or you don't watch, fellas.
So you wanted to, they hate democracy. They're like, no, we're not going to let the fans name him
Yeah.
something.
So they were like, no. I was like, well, can he at least have a number? He didn't have a number. And so now I know the instinct is to go 666, but you can't have that. That's like
13.
Nope. Gave him Smokey's old number, 00. And to
That's
this day, he's NJ Devil still has
00?
Legacy.
Because of you?
because of me.
Come on.
That is
Put that on your resume.
That is 100% fact.
Put that on your put that on your mascot resume
So if you're-
and
if you're
your
ever-
regular.
We're going to
resume.
see. Well, for the listener, this will be afterwards. But tonight, the Devils are do or die.
Oh,
They don't.
yeah.
They're playing. They're playing tonight.
Josh,
so
they
he
need
will be
you.
there.
Josh,
Gosh,
they
if
need
we're talking about this
you.
right now and they win, I'll attribute it all to you.
Okay. And if they
Attribute
lose,
it all to you. You have to go back to college.
And then
you have to pay back. You have to pay back the scholarship.
But you have to go to Michigan State.
I bet you.
had a nightmare.
At the end of the day, it's a judgment for the defendant. Thank you,
Yeah.
Your Honor. And he takes off a fucking helmet because he
Yeah,
still wears
'cause
the
he's-
Spartan. Because Sparty
Yeah.
still wears the
He
helmet
still
in court.
bleeds. What is it? Green
Green
and
white.
State.
Yeah.
Silver, I don't know.
So I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
I'm just going to go back to when we were talking about going to like meet and greets and stuff.
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
mall. For the Devils, because the Devils are like. North Jersey's Devils, but South Jersey's
and the
is
Trenton,
Philly and Trenton.
yeah.
Like I know that every time I'm like driving through,
Were
South
you
Philly,
warned? Were you warned to
don't
stay at a
see-
Flemington?
You don't see like Devils things or anything
Yeah.
like that, but some of that like it's still the
you're-
state. Like you still have to do it.
Oh yeah,
right?
you're in Philly's country.
Yeah,
You're looking.
and they're like you're like Flyer fans. being
Oh, yeah.
like, who the fuck you?
Oh yeah, kids cursing you out.
Hi, my name's Nortimer
Hey, Nortimer.
Jenkins Devil.
Oh, yeah.
Nortimer Jenkins.
Nortimer. Hey,
Jenkins.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Hey.
I don't. The obvious. I'm going back to the. I'm sorry, nickname, but the obvious would be JD, right? Call the Jersey Devil JD.
JD Devil?
New Jersey Devil.
JD.
JD.
Well, then he would be Jack
It's actually not
Daniels. or
bad.
Yeah, it's
something.
really good.
You know what?
It's not bad. It's
Well,
really good.
You're
It's
from
JD.
Ohio.
JD's
Whoa, whoa.
like
Slow
that
down,
does sound like-
Buckeye.
JD
Yeah,
Byrider.
Okay, slow down, Buckeye.
Either Brutus.
Were you
Brutus
feeling
Buckeye.
were you
That's
feeling undercut by Sly? The
Silver
New
Fox.
Jersey, the New Jersey.
No, I
Nets?
did all his birthday parties. Like they would do the Nets games, and he would have like the slides.
Posse.
Yeah, and so we would all like
He had
all
to
the
do
local.
a lot of
so,
work,
like,
man. He had
swoop.
to actually like.
Oh, yeah, he
had
did.
to dunk and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I didn't dunk. We did play musical chairs though, and I
You
beat
did?
Swoop, the Eagles mascot,
Hell yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles mascot.
What about
beat
that
him.
jet thing? No, they don't
But-
have a mascot.
Oh, actually,
God, I
here's
gotta
another.
get my hands on
No.
your iPhone, man. You gotta have
Here's-
Rolodex of characters.
Well,
I bet.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about New York sports teams, right? Jets, no mascot. Giants,
No-
no
no
mascot.
cheerleaders.
Yankees, no
No
mascot.
cheerleaders.
Mets, Mr. Met.
The most beloved mascot in sports
Which-
history.
Classic. You know,
Besides
you're an
the-
ambassador of the program, right? So when Mr. Met flipped off that kid, remember there was
Yeah.
like a photo of it.
I love
That's
that.
why you
You
I mean,
can't
come
do
on.
it.
You don't
can't
do it.
Did
Kinda-
he get fired, that guy? Do you know?
I don't know. I actually used to
Not
know
only was
the
he
guy.
fired, they didn't make it in the playoffs. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah.
Blame it on him. He's our.
Speaking of causes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clauses?
What's that?
Causes.
Causes.
What's that, JD?
JD is a perfect name.
All right.
Jersey Devil.
Devil.
It's fine.
I don't know.
I like
I don't like-
Nortimer.
I don't like
I
it.
like
JD
Nortimer.
sounds like that.
I don't like it.
annoying roommate.
Nortimer Jenkins Devil, attorney at law. I work with Spartman and
Yeah.
Devil.
Wow.
Yep.
So what happened to you? Why did you stop doing?
Why did stop
why,
doing the
Why
devil?
did you stop?
Who did
and
you
why
hand-
didn't you start going to law school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You handed it off to Big Orange.
Yep. So here. So they moved.
Good question.
Yeah. So they moved to Newark.
Right.
So that's so what I was doing when I was the devil.
I got
That's
eaten
great.
by a bear.
Yep.
Wait, where did you commute to? It wasn't Newark?
So what
Before
happened?
they were in East
Yeah,
Rutherford.
East Rutherford. Used to commute to East Rutherford. But what I would do, first of all, I had to buy a car for the job because I had to go all over the state of New Jersey. And for some reason, I bought a new Hyundai, which was a mistake. But I used to go drive into the city to do auditions, like do commercial auditions, and then drive back
to Jersey.
To Jersey. So I'm like paying the tolls, paying a parking fee just to like, you know.
Wow.
At the time, I was like, it's an audition. This could be my big break. You know, not realizing it was like a non-union, like, I don't know, one of those weird like pharmaceutical commercials.
Industrial.
Yep.
I gotcha.
Yeah, and I was like, but this is it. This is how I get discovered. Never booked a one, but I'm paying like, you know, a big hefty fee. But I was still able to do it, right? However, when they moved to Newark, they started like tightening the ship a little. They're like, Josh, where are you going? And I used to always lie and say, oh, I'm washing the suit or I'm taking the thing. But then when you're gone for
I'm cleaning the fur.
yeah, I
of
mean,
the
I
devil.
used to say that, and then it's like you run out of
Yeah.
excuses, and then they're like, "It took you 3 hours, huh?" You know, and then you're like, "Cool, let's just have you stay in the office." And then like,
part-time.
yeah. So then it got too. I couldn't pull it off anymore. I couldn't pull off the double. Like one time, I can say this now. I faked a hip injury and missed a game so that I could do a improv show at the pit.
What I did
Yep.
for love.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
Jeez,
it was
you
an
are
improvised.
dedicated to
It
your
was like an
craft, sir.
improvised musical, and I was like,
Yeah. Shout out to loving your craft.
yeah. And so I faked
how
it,
many-
and so I actually went. I went through the whole. I actually went to work.
You committed to the bit.
I committed to the bit. I limped the next day at work because I missed the game. Like you just don't. You don't. There was no mascot at that game.
Right.
And so I limped.
Right,
I
that's
limped.
morale.
Yeah.
is
So I
low.
limped. I limped to work, and I even went to like the team like chiropractor because I was like, it might just be like an alignment thing.
I need some stem.
And I actually went through with it. Went to the chiropractor.
He's like, nope, you're good.
Yeah, he was like, "No, you're pretty good." He's like, "You mind if I get an autograph though? My kids love Devil." I don't know why I made him Southern all of a sudden.
Southern Jersey.
Southern, yeah.
No, they're Flyers fans. man.
NJD.
So anyway, so it was just like it got to the point where I couldn't. You know, Secret of My Success, that movie Michael J. Fox, where he's like doing 2 careers. I know it's a deep cut.
He's running back.
But I realized that no one's seen it.
How about for 90s
yeah,
kids, a little Mrs. Doubtfire at
Yeah,
the same restaurant?
thank
How about
you.
that?
So anyway, so I couldn't keep up with the bit, and I ended up just quitting. Yeah.
When did you start law school?
Still, you know, I'm still waiting on the test results. So we'll see. What is it? What do you got to?
The
You have
test
the online.
results?
I'm
Test
out.
results?
I don't know.
You're
Don't you
out-
have to take a test? To
You're
get
out
in?
there
Pre-test.
somewhere,
Yep.
Sparty.
Yeah.
I'll make you pay.
Yeah. So joke's on him and his law career.
Yeah. Judgment is for the
Do you
defendant.
think he got a phone call being like, who is this guy, Josh, driving all around
Who's
and
he
spending
think
all
he
my
is?
time
Yeah.
on this shit? Lou Lamarillo calls him up.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Dude,
Lou Lamarillo spends money for one reason. Lou Lamarillo.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
So how many seasons did you do that?
2 seasons, 05 to 07.
Man.
And so the new season in Newark was 08,
Right.
and I didn't. So I went over there with the offices, saw like the whole construction, but never did a game.
What if
I left in I think like July 07 or something.
Mr. Met got sick? Could you?
Could you jump in real quick?
Mr. Matt, that guy.
What?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, he doesn't. If you watch it, go to a game. Just watch him.
Just jazz
He doesn't
hands.
really-
A lot of
Don't,
jazz
don't
hands.
look at Mike and I and say go
do
to a
not,
game.
Yeah,
Okay.
we go to games.
Yeah,
We
watch
love,
him. You don't
we love the Mets.
You
I
watch
do
Mr.
watch
Met?
him. I've been watching Mr. Met since I was
Right.
fucking born.
He doesn't really do much.
He doesn't.
Jazz
Wow.
hands.
He does a lot of stuff like walking around, but he does fire the gun off.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, if you haven't done 60 days, if you haven't been to basic training and learned to take apart and put back together the t-shirt gun, you have no
right.
you have no dog in this fight. You can't
Yep.
talk about it. So
Yep.
if you haven't walked in the floppy shoes,
Mhm.
if you haven't sweated
Yeah.
in the fur,
Yeah.
and put the t-shirt gun back together blindfolded.
Yep. Yep.
Underwater, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I wanted to know the deep down, dirty behind the scenes.
You have
of
one fact check
mascots.
left. You have
Yeah.
one fact check
Mhm.
left.
What is the furry mascot crossover? That's my last fact check. Is it's like bacon.
furries.
Bacon is the crossover back to
Are you talking about
veg-
furries, like people who
Yeah.
like to
dress up and
sleep
fuck?
with?
Yeah.
Live as.
Were you ever propositioned?
No.
Do you think that there's a spray that people spray on mascots to turn them into furries? Like, now you can't get out.
No.
Axe body spray.
But you were immune. It's like
Yeah, I know.
they overexposed you.
Yeah,
to
maybe
it.
I put on a little too much.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. I just can't imagine wanting, like, honestly, putting on the suit again. Notice I called it a suit.
Mhm.
I
we
have
noticed.
no desire.
Well, speaking of that, we do
No.
have a couple options.
Yeah, we do. We have
We
one.
have a gingerbread outfit
yeah,
or a
well, look,
wizard.
so yeah, here's the thing.
And also
We
too,
do-
also keep in mind those like shitty ones that everybody's like screwing in. Those aren't like what I would consider mascot suits. Like
Those are like
those are like
costumes.
Yeah, those
this
are
is my
costume.
this is my dream of what
While
Josh
you're
said
breaking
earlier.
Mike's mind.
Well, no, what Josh said earlier. I'm like, there's a super agent who is playing all of these mascot openings like a fucking puppeteer. He's like, oh, you don't want Sparty? I got Orange. You don't want Orange? I got the Hurricane. I got the Miami Hurricane. He's ripe. He's ready to rock. He's good. He's gonna come up north.
He's
and
young,
rock.
but he's good.
Yeah, he's
Young,
gonna
but
rock
he's
you.
good.
He's
He
gonna
can
rock
really
your
use those
world.
big. He's got those big
Yeah.
shoes. He's got
Yeah.
a lot of.
You left some big shoes to fill in Newark,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you'd be surprised though the age on some of these mascots.
Yeah?
Like the Canucks mascot.
Lifer?
He was this. He was. I think at the time he was like 45 or something. And
struck by lightning.
Yeah, your body doesn't
Terrible
work as well as
45.
45. But
45 for
in
a math. Like,
2005.
yeah,
He's probably not.
I
the
like.
same
Yeah, he
mascot
can't be.
now.
he's 90.
there's
now.
no way.
Still doing
He
it.
went into the hyperbolic time chamber right after that, so he hasn't
Nice,
aged.
nice.
Wow, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah,
This
tell
is-
us what
this
kind
has
of...
been- plugs do you want to show
There you go.
us?
Oh yeah, man! I just did a solo mascot show called Never Talk in Costume that I'm gonna do again.
There you go.
But
You should
and-
definitely.
yeah,
do
I'm gonna do it again.
I saw it, and
Yeah.
and I can vouch for it. I
Actually,
vouch for
yesterday
it.
he told me, he said, I saw that and it was incredible.
oh yeah,
No bullshit.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Thank
From
you,
his
sir.
mouth.
Thank
Do you
you.
have
It
a
was really
you have a
great.
date and a venue for the next?
I need to figure it out.
Carnegie?
But in the
That
meantime,
place that
you
you
can.
did it at was great.
Yeah, I know. I might do it at the same place. Did the Wild Project Theater. So I might try to do it there again. And then maybe take it on tour, do a little like southern school tour, take it to the big colleges around football season.
you know that the mascots will be there.
Oh yeah.
It's like you have a built-in audience, like going to women's colleges with the vagina monologues.
Exactly. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Same script.
It is the same. It actually, I do the vagina monologues and the mascot costume.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
The
all.
mascot monologues.
I do. Yep. But yeah, you can check me out.
What's your Twitter and all that? good
Twitter is Josh Lay. Insta. That's where I do most of my
most of your
most of my
stuff.
I'm not very Twitter
He's not
active.
very verbose. He's more
Um,
image-driven.
Exactly.
stuff? Mhm.
But yeah, I do like a little, I do a series on Instagram called High Dive, where I go to a high-end cocktail bar and a dive bar, see which one's best. Mr. Tamborelli here did one with me, and
It was a lot of fun.
yeah, we got, pretty Austin.
We got pretty Austin.
Yeah.
We seem to get Austin a lot.
Most times.
Yeah.
We're-
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
Good.
Josh, thank you so much.
Yeah, these are some great stories, and
Oh. You also do the video countdown still, right?
Maybe after, I don't know when does this air? No, I'm just
Soon.
kidding. Yeah, we do a monthly my sketch group Awful DJ. We do a show called the Music Video Comedy Countdown, where we definitively rank every music video ever made.
Yes.
6 videos a show once a month. It's at
Nice.
Threes Brewing Yeah.
There you
They've been
go.
doing
We'll
it for
check that out.
27 years.
I was going to
Yep.
say they're on number 493.
Yeah, we have
right now.
rated ranked 118 videos.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah. And the audience decides. We show it, we do commentary, and then the audience ranks them from best to worst.
Very cool.
It's not comedy, it's science, guys.
That's right. All right, Bill Nye. Nice to see you today. Thanks for stopping in.
Sure.
And, yeah. Well, any last parting words, fellas?
I learned a lot.
Yeah. This is the stuff I wanted to dish about. Yeah.
This is a good
Okay,
dish.
I still have fur in my mouth. I don't know why.
Good dish.
Yeah.
It's a good dish.
We're going to record a mini now because it's 4:20.
Mm.
Do you want to hang out and
I would-
partake with us? Not partake.
Yeah,
Don't
I would
do
love
that,
to.
but-
Yeah, as someone who doesn't smoke, this should be a lot of fun.
We'll have beers. You wanna
Okay,
have a beer?
good.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, cool. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. Check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/Danny and Mike.
With the ant spelled out.
And then all of our social stuff, you know, all that. Also, stick around after the episode. We'll have some Patreon shout outs for those of you who generously support us, and we appreciate it. And we'll catch everybody later.
And with the ant spelled out.
Bye. The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by Jeremy Balin. For more information on the guys, visit our website at DannyandMike.com. Also, look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the and spelled out, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening. Okay, Patreon patrons, this is for you. Thank you so much for your generosity this month. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Couple shout outs. Let's start with Robert Jones. Thanks, Robert. Natalie Jean Bauer, big shout out. She's a longtime subscriber. Zach Fieldson, thanks so much. Anthony DeLucia, thank you. James Tingle, favorite last name. Yep.
James Tingle, the old Tingle.
Old Brad Sharp, thank you so much, Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
Brent Griffiths, big shout out to Brent, thank you.
Always being a supporter on the tweeters.
That's right, or Patreon. Dan Wesley, big shout out, thank you, Dan. Margaret, appreciate it. Liz Eileen, thank you, Liz. Joelle Benzie, which I think I screwed up her name last time.
And did you do it again?
I may have.
Well, we're sorry if we screwed it up again, but blame Jeremy,
That's
not
right.
me.
Marcus Sousey, thank you, Marcus.
Thanks, Marcus. Joshua Anderson, thank you so very much.
Thanks, Josh.
Daryl Joyce, also.
Shout out.
Thank you very much for being a Patreon subscriber. We really appreciate it. Jim Harris,
What's up, Jim? Thanks.
hey, man. Chauncey Friend. God, what a great last name.
What a great first name, man.
Yeah, Chauncey
I love
Friend.
that.
Yeah, we've
Yo,
given him this. Every time we see it, it's just what it is. You
Well,
know, what can we do about
for
it?
the one of the earliest man boob sketches ever was Chauncey
Chauncey
Blowhard.
Blowtard. Yeah.
Yep.
Scott Schroeder. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Scott. We have a subscriber named Aw.
Shout out
AW.
to. Wait, let's do it together. Shout out to.
Jared McGrath.
What's up, Jared?
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Be grunge.
Oh yeah,
I can be grunge. You can be grunge.
Yeah, I
We
was
can all
be
be
grunge.
grunge.
I used to have the Kurt Cobain hair.
Yeah, both of us did. Yeah, but separate times in our lives.
That's true.
Probably the same age, though.
Because I'm much older than you.
You are so incredibly much older than
Moving
me.
on.
And 8-ball gnosis. Nope, 8-bit gnosis. My
Okay.
bad.
Shout out to 8-bit.
gnosis.
What's up? Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Liz Hollander.
Liz, what's up? Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much, Liz. You've been a long time subscriber, and we appreciate it, man. This is a big shout out to our big timers. Okay, Be Wearing.
Be wearing. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Matt Metzler. Matt Metzler.
Thank you, Matt.
What can I say about Matt Metzler that hasn't already been said?
Yeah, we did that. Did that Patreon. All right.
Reeves Moore.
Reeves Moore.
Thank you so much for your $5 pledge.
Thanks, Reeves. For $5,
Really?
what do you get for $5? You get
Oh, for
video,
$5 you get video of
and
the show
bonus
now
audio.
and some bonus stuff and
shout
some
out
fun
like we're
live
doing.
episodes that we
Yep.
did. You get some bonus stuff, get some cool music.
Yeah.
You get some
And some bad music as well.
what do you mean bad music? Oh, bad. Oh yeah.
You'll find out.
Yeah,
Just check it out.
you'll definitely find out some bad stuff on there, but it's worth it. Liana, thank you so much.
Alanis, thank you.
Joseph D. Marhi.
Joseph, thank you.
Jason Raquinho.
Thanks, Jason.
Raquinho. Raquinho. That sounds like a good vocal exercise warm-up, your last name. I'm going to start using it. I hope you understand how important that is to me as a singer in a band.
Yeah, okay.
Shout out to Jounce. Not a Patreon member.
Too bad.
They will be. Live the movies. Live the movies. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nathan Brockman, you're the man.
Thank you, Nathan.
Troy Arden. Troy Arden, thank you so much for donating your hard-earned money for us. Appreciate it. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat, so remember that name too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Seth Olenek.
What's up, Seth?
Hey, man. Thank you for being an excellent supporter. We really appreciate it.
He gives us 666.
He gives us 666,
a month, which is...
I mean, you can't really
good.
beat that. That's a pretty amazing number. Eve Christensen, $20. Thank you so much. That is really excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much. Spencer Lambert, also at 20. Thank you so much for doing that. It really helps us. You see that we've gotten these new cool GoPros so we can, give you guys extra content, and it only happens because you guys are putting your money where our mouths are.
There you go.
Right?
We'll say that works.
Okay. Yeah, I think that kind of works. Paul Allen.
Man, what can we say about Paul Allen?
Crushing it very much.
Thank you, Paul.
The $50 tier. That's really, really excellent.
That's right. Which gets you a beautiful session of chatting with the boys.
That's right. We have had a chat.
Yeah. So our private live stream access for $50 a month.
That's true. Yeah. We like,
which is
we
coming
like
soon
speaking.
for all of you.
Anyone that did it will get a turn, and we look forward to speaking with you because we enjoy doing that.
That's right.
Well, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it, and we will make sure to continue shouting you out. It's great. Like, we're really happy that we're able to, give you more videos and do more things, and it really, where all of our schedules are busy and things are hectic, and you guys are keeping us together. Essentially, you're keeping everything going for us, and we really appreciate it.
And then if you have one of the higher tiers, just keep an eye on your inbox. We'll be sending out information for that. What else you got, Dan? Anything?
No, that's it. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and
we'll see you on the next one.
We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.